Hello, and welcome to the 3-day challenge. So, I've done this multiple times, taken loads, like hundreds and hundreds of people through it, and got some amazing results. And this is the easiest and quickest way to launch your ad that I've ever done. And that's what I want to take you through. So, let's get into it. So, this is a 3-day challenge. Over the next 3 days, we're going to focus on three things. To build one simple system so you can stop relying on agencies, add 20 or more new patients into your clinic every single month. I promise you. And if you just follow the steps, you will do that. Because at the end of the challenge, you will also have the opportunity to book a free audit and 90-day roadmap for your clinic. So it's where I will walk you through everything that may need to change on your marketing if you're doing any. If not, we'll map it out and give you a 90-day plan so you can walk away and start using this, because this is all about implementation, not information. I am here to give you results. I'm not here to give you more information, because you can go onto AI and you can find all that out. So let me show you some results of people who have been in your position. Ash, he was launching his brand new clinic. He was an associate and he had 52 new patients booked in for open a day in his brand new clinic. He's now adding 30 new patients per week. Colin, he got 9 new patients in his first 5 days. So we used to do a 5-day challenge. That's just 3 days. And he's getting a 23x ROI, so 23 to 1 return on investment. Viv, she got 18 new patients into her massage clinic in the first 5 days, filled her clinic after that. Emmanuel, 5 new patients in the first 56 hours. Filled his clinic after that. Cost per lead down to $4. He's a chiropractor over in Canada. Andrew, he got 16 new patients in his first weekend doing this, filled his clinic. But all of this is built on my own experience. So while I first started my own first local business, I literally had no idea. I had built a bunch of clients up in the local business I worked in, who was a big business. I thought, I'm going to start my own. I took all of my clients across with me, but then I had no idea how to get new clients. So I spent the next few years literally learning from some of the top people like Alex Hormozy. I literally worked with him years and years before he was Alex Hormozy. Frank Kern, Russell, but literally like all these big names. After that, I became marketing manager in several successful multi-million-dollar clinics where I got to implement everything that I had learned. Where during my time, we opened a brand new clinic with 212 pre-booked, prepaid patients for opening day, kept our practitioners booked 3 weeks ahead all year round. On average, I added at least 100 new patients per month per clinic, and a whole bunch of other stuff. During like about a year, this is just in one clinic. As you can see, Facebook, this huge bar chart here, this is just from Facebook, and these are all of our other acquisition channels. This brought in the most number of new patients, which totaled around $978,000 just in 1 year, just from Facebook, just in one clinic. This is what I'm going to show you, this exact setup. But most ads fail for clinics because they do a few things. First, most ads suck because they are too generic. They don't focus on a problem. They try and speak to everyone. They use stock images or Canva templates and maybe they're working with an agency, but they always say like the agency gives us a cookie cutter type approach, like all the other agency ads look exactly the same. Or they say they get a lot of clicks, but no new patients on the ads that they try running. Or ads don't work for my clinic. My clinic's a special snowflake out of the 10 million advertisers on Facebook. They just don't work for mine. Or when they run these ads, they can't get hold of the leads, or the leads are bad quality. But ultimately, this just comes down to that they don't build trust. And this is the most crucial part of advertising that we are going to be focusing on. The way in which we're going to build trust is to focus on one ad with one problem. That is it. Because I typically see ads like this, where they say like, you can ride the wave of wellness with our exclusive summer chiropractic offer. But what we need to be doing is to help people feel understood. The way in which we do that is like as old as time to know that we've got to speak their language, what people are thinking about at 2 a.m. When does someone wake up at 2 a.m. and go, you know what, I really need to ride the wave of wellness with a chiropractic offer? Never. Or they say things like this, $10 spinal health checks. But again, nobody has ever woken up and gone, I really need a spinal health check. And my favourite thing is when they start saying things like this. They start listing everything out, all the different ways, like back pain, neck pain, joint pain, sciatica. And this is just a common thing in healthcare marketing. I don't know why this happens. Like, it blew me away when I first saw this, that they just start listing everything out. You never see Nike start saying, we got sneakers, we got basketball, we got skis, we got... That just doesn't make sense instead. Instead, we just focus on one ad with one problem. Because the better we make someone feel understood, the more likely they are to click, the more that you can charge, the more you will be seen as an expert, the more people will be willing to come to you and only you. They will put you on a pedestal. They will seek you out because they feel that you understand them. You can finish their sentences. You understand their pain better than they do themselves. And that is what we're trying to get. That is how we build trust. And look, I experienced this with my dog Branson. So he's a Fox Red Labrador. In the UK, they are like working dog breeds. So he's a gun dog, should be out in the field shooting, even though he's scared of fireworks. So he'd be a terrible gun dog. Anyway, when we first got him, I live in the countryside. This puppy training class is literally just down the street from us. We chose not to go to those. We travelled further. We paid more to go to specific gun dog puppy training classes, because we wanted someone who would understand him and how we could help him best. And that's what people want with especially their own health. Like if they've been dealing with a back pain or shoulder pain for years and years, they've tried all these different things. They just want someone who understands what is going on and how you can help them. And that is what we're trying to get at. By doing this, you get some amazing results. So Tony, he booked 88 new patients in his first month. Into his clinics. He's got Physio Clinics. He's getting 2.2 ROAS on initial consults. So 2.2 return on ad spend just on initial consults alone. So he's profitable on them. So 3 things we're going to focus on in your ads. One ad focused on one problem, one offer to stand out, and a simple follow-up system. This is what we're going to go through. First, your trust trigger. So this is the ad that we are actually going to build. Today, you will have your ad pretty much ready to go. Most ads, like I said, they will use stock images, things like this. But when we are creating the ad, this does not build trust. Stock images like this just never work. I don't know why people use them. Or Canva templates. They put things into Canva and think all of a sudden this is going to look really cool. And it may look great on Canva. You may think that looks really cool because it's on brand and stuff like that. But again, it just does not build trust. Here's more. And this is so common that I see, along with all of the ad copy that goes with it. This is just really common, which therefore means it's really good. The bar is set really low, therefore it's really easy for you to win. But when we look at this, we've got to understand what makes a good ad. Because when we look at hook psychology, being we've got to stop people as they're scrolling through social media. A lot of people say, as you can see from this, that our attention span has decreased over time. That from 2004 to 2024, it's gone from 150 seconds down to 40, which I completely disagree with. The reason for that is in 2004, Facebook was just started. Instagram was not a thing. Smartphones were not a thing. And now we just have more things fighting for attention. We've got Netflix, we've got Disney, we've got Amazon, we've got Facebook, we've got Instagram, we've got WhatsApp, we've got YouTube, all of these social media and TV channels and stuff like that. So it's not that our attention span has decreased, because if you speak to anyone, then they will be able to tell you what program they're binge watching at the moment. We're into Drive to Survive, Formula 1 right now. But people can watch fully focused on that. So it's not attention spans decreased, it's just that there's more pull of our attention in so many different places. So we've got to do more to stand out. Therefore, we got to make better ads. So we've only got 3 to 10 seconds to capture someone's attention. This is then where we are going to get into making 7-second ads. So let's explain a bit about this in our hook psychology. There's 3 key things that we need to think about when we're actually creating these ads. First, familiarity. Familiarity stops the scroll because our brains crave completion. When we see something that is familiar to us, our brains need to understand what is going on. Could be a local area, it could be your local football team or something like that. Our brains crave, and we build that trust with someone straight away. That's how familiarity can do that. I'll give you an example of this. A few years ago, me and my friends went up to London. They're all big football fans. I live in the UK. They all We lived by Southampton, so they're all big Saints fans. We walked into a random pub in London. There was a couple sat in there with Saints tops on. All of a sudden, it was like crazy. They were like best mates all of a sudden. It was really weird. But it's that familiarity. We could have been anywhere, but it was just where we're outside of Southampton. But if they see someone walk around in Southampton with a Saints top on, it doesn't make a difference. But yeah, so it's that familiarity. Another way is contrarian views. So challenge what they think they know or their deep structured beliefs. So for example, to say stop stretching your back beats back pain tips every single time. But it's a contrarian views, okay? And this creates a gap that we have to close, and their brains, again, crave that completion. And also hyper-specificity. So don't name the problem, name the moment. For example, can't put your shoes on in the morning, beats struggling with back pain. Okay? Specific. Helps someone feel understood. When they feel like they're understood, like we know their pains better than they do themselves, that's how we build the trust. That's how people will come in. The way in which we're going to do this is in 7-second ads. Okay? So, this is the easiest thing right now to start getting more people into the clinic, and it literally takes 7 seconds. This is what is on trend right now. I've been like teaching these for a long time now, probably like a year or so. But it's really good for a number of different things. It's really on trend. Like they get the best leads or best and cheapest leads for an app. Sure enough that people watch to the end, which then helps with the meta algorithm. The way in which we're going to do this is you're going to film 2 of them. So one in your clinic, treating a patient, something like that. Another one walking through a highly recognizable local area. And I'll get on to a couple of examples in a second. But with this, one treated in your clinic, it can literally just be you. With your chiropractor, you're just going to be doing a few adjustments. If you're massage, you literally can be massaging. But you also don't even need to be treated. I'm going to show you some examples. And then walking through a highly recognizable area, you're just going to be in your town filming. Really simple. No, it's just 7 seconds. No talking, just moving B-roll on the phone. And the video stops to scroll because we're going to be using contrarian views over the top. So let's get into a few examples. Here is example 1. This is Paul's, and this has done incredibly well. Really, really well. You can just see how simple these ads are. That's it. This is the ad. It's really simple. I don't know how to make ads any more simple than this. So, really easy to do. Anyone can make this ad. It's super quick and super easy to do. The potatoes do have some sort of relevance in his area. But contrarian view just over the top. Really simple. Here's another one. That's it. Recognizable local area. That's it. Really simple. Here's another one. And one more. Okay, how simple are those ads? So let's just go over this. So obviously the handsome guy in this one is what made this work. So with this, obviously there is no treatment. I'm not a chiropractor, physio or anything like that. So I can be treating someone. So we use this in our clinic because you can just be faffing around with the bench. So just like tearing the head paper off. Real simple, okay? So if you don't want to do this with patients or front desk or wife, husband, partner, anything like that, just do one like this. Really easy. Here is one if you can do one treated patients. As you can see, they're all 7 seconds. Okay, so just doing checks. Adjustment ones work super well for chiropractor, osteo, but treatment ones also work well. This one is just in a highly recognizable location. Don't know why there's no sound. And then we're just going to put overlays over the top. But I don't even want you to think about that yet. We're going to be coming on to that tomorrow. I wouldn't do one like this just yet. Just so you can see. So it's one like this in the clinic. or like this, and one through your local town. So just a highly recognizable local area, not outside your clinic, a highly recognizable local area, or it could be where you walk along and there is a big road sign that says welcome to Winchester, as an example. Okay, that is all you're going to be filming. I hope that is pretty simple and you can see how easy it is to get these ads, and this is why this is the simplest and easiest way which I have ever shown everyone to do this. Let me show you some results of this. This is the 7-second potato one, which I showed you. It's had 375 leads at $11 per lead. It's crazy. Chase, he said this, just wanted to share one of our most successful ads. $7 a lead. He's in Australia. 53 leads in the last 30 days. Best one, even beat our longer local ads. All 7 seconds. Okay. This is the power of doing these. Super simple. Takes 7 seconds to film. So you're going to end up doing 14 seconds of work today and get a bunch of results. Here's Chase's results as well. So he filled his clinic multiple times. Got 1,275% return on investment by doing this. And also show you Paul's as well, who's got the potatoes, the potato ad. Filled it both his clinics in the first month doing this. Get recognised across town. This is the power of it. So today's task, really simple. You need to go and record your 7 seconds ads. So 2 of them just needs to be 7 seconds, just walking through highly recognisable local area of your town and in the clinic. Whether you just set up a tripod and you're just going to film that, post it in the group for feedback. 80% done is 100% fucking awesome. Just get out and do. This is the simplest way to get these ads. Tomorrow, we're going to put the contrarian view over the top, so it's just getting the content and we're going to launch it. Okay, so really quick to get these up and running. Post it in the group for feedback. If you've got any questions, let me know. We'd like to get this going and get you some results tomorrow.